In this VUCast, how country music's star power is lifting some very special lives. See the ancient secrets a Vanderbilt archaeologist and her undergrads are digging up. And what Vanderbilt is blowing up. Hi, I'm Amy Wolf with VUCast. They spend their summer and class time putting puzzles together. Not jigsaw puzzles, but real people puzzles of an ancient civilization. Vanderbilt bioarchaeologist Tiffany Tung is taking students on a journey from the classroom to Peru and back again to solve mysteries of a long-lost empire. VUCast Barb Kramer has more.
Yeah, come on in. Hi, folks. So today you'll see you have a cranium and a mandible sitting in front of you at your station.
These students are learning how bones 1,400 years old can speak when words are lost.
And we'll talk a little about how we actually determine the sex of an individual and the age at death.
Vanderbilt professor Tiffany Tung is unraveling the mysteries surrounding the Wari Empire, the first empire in South America.
So if you think of the skeleton as a bony diary that you can sort of read to reconstruct somebody's life, that's exactly what I'm trying to do.
It's an ancient CSI of sorts, and the conclusion, Tung and her students are finding that violence was apparently a major part of life for the Wari people.
So I see lots of trauma on the skulls. I see injuries on some of the arm bones that come from trying to protect yourself from an oncoming blow.
During her 16 years of study, Tung discovered this society was filled with apparent atrocities.
We uncovered 31 isolated human skulls, and then my studies of the trophy had shown that this was in fact a practice that the Wari did as a way to subjugate other communities and in fact to kind of terrorize other communities.
The pieces of that puzzle come to life during trips to Peru. Several students spend the summer in Ayacucho, central Peru, in the Andes Mountains of South America.
It was interesting to see the levels of violence back then, just because things like cut marks on ribs and cut marks on different parts of the body, you'd find them when you're sorting through all of these bones.
For senior Sebastian Rogers, the trip to Peru was a chance to combine his love for shooting video with his interest in anthropology.
These were at some point, real living people with their hopes and their dreams.
These students are critical to the research effort because of the massive size of the work to be done. There are thousands of bones to be sorted, logged, identified, and examined.
So I'm excavating tombs with my students, and we very carefully extract all of the human skeletal remains, and then typically the following summer I'll go back and start analysis of those human remains. And that's when I also bring a lot of students down, and they work with me in laying out the skeletons on the lab tables and then collecting all of the data.
What are you working on today, Rachel?
Recent Vanderbilt graduate Rachel Witt has spent several summers in Peru piecing together the puzzle of ancient lives.
We had the opportunity to really exercise the skills we learned and see how we can apply what we learned in class to identifying skeletal remains and aging and sexing individuals.
For Rachel, it's not only about the past.
I'd never been out of the country before, so it was a little overwhelming at first. So I came back really feeling like Peru was just a wonderful place to be.
From today's Peru to a culture long gone, it's a place of discovery.
There's so much in the past that you can learn from.
By looking back, these students have learned to look forward. For VUCast, I'm Barb Kramer.
Tiffany Tung received the Chancellor's Cup for teaching excellence this past school year. She also shared her expertise as a contributor to the Discovery Channel. Learn more about Tung and the anthropology department here at vanderbilt.edu. Search anthropology. Want to dig into more research? Visit our special site at news.vanderbilt.edu/research. From digging to blasting. latest work on the College Halls project includes blasting into that infamous Tennessee limestone. We'll keep showing you the best action from our ViewStar window. You can watch the destruction and construction live on webcams.vanderbilt.edu/Kassam. And now from tearing down to lifting lives. I know I'm a sap, but I get choked up every time I see the positive impact the amazing Lifting Lives music camp has on young people with autism and other mental challenges, as well as the country music stars who help them. The camp is a partnership between the Vanderbilt Kennedy Center and the Academy of Country Music. This summer's camp started with the songwriters.
Cherish, relationships, love, rock and roll, music, respect, loss of loved ones, amusement parks and the beach, apologize, and cherish and faith. Those are some really great ideas. Go, do your thing.
What we do a lot of times is we write a chorus first. And we're going to sing.
Yeah, we're gonna have a party.
It's summertime.
We're gonna have a party. Well, my friend.
It was great. It was great just coming in here today, and the kids were ready to go. They were ready to write a song, and they were wound up, and we were wound up, and we just had a really good time with them. They just lit up from the get-go, and we had a ball.
So, we got corn on the chicken.
The campers then recorded the song they helped write.
I didn't see any disability this morning. I saw people that were bright, intelligent, and full of life and participated fully in making music.
And throughout the week, country stars shared their love of music with the campers.
They're contagious, like you can't help but smile.
You can learn more about the amazing Lifting Lives Camp at vanderbilt.edu, search Lifting Lives Camp. You know we're going to give that performance 4 shining Commodores. For ViewCast, I'm Amy Wolf.